You might have seen American Ninja Warrior on TV before and thought, wow, that is so cool. But have you ever thought, hey, I might actually be able to do that? Well, now's your chance to learn how to become an American Ninja Warrior. My name is Eli Bell, American Ninja Warrior Season 10 City Finalist, and in my series ANW 101, I'm going to show you all the things you need to know in order to release your inner ninja. No matter what your athletic background is or what age you are, all you need is the will to learn. When I first started doing Ninja Warrior, I didn't have anybody to teach me how to do any of the obstacles, so now I want to help out all those people that are starting out fresh just like I did. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's get to it. In our first episode of this series, we're going to learn how to do one of the most popular obstacles, the infamous Salmon Ladder. The Salmon Ladder has been seen in many different shapes and sizes, but even just the basic version requires a lot of technique. Believe me, the first time I tried the Salmon Ladder, I was given a wake-up call for just how hard this stuff is. I recommend that you be able to do at least 5 pull-ups before attempting any of these techniques for training for the Salmon Ladder, since that's really the fundamental movement of the obstacle. That being said, the first step is testing your grip strength. This might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of this obstacle. You might think it's all in the pull-up, right? Wrong. You might actually end up hanging on the bar for about 30 seconds or so. So before you try it, check and see if you can actually hold yourself on the bar that long. Also, don't forget that the bar is just going to be sitting on those rungs, so it's going to be free spinning, which is going to make it even harder to hold on to. One of the best ways to improve your grip strength, besides just hanging on the bar, is consistently going rock climbing, but we'll go into detail on that in a different episode. Once you've passed the test of being able to hang on the bar for 30 seconds, it's now time to learn the kipping motion. This technique originates from gymnastics, where the body moves from an arched position to a hollow position. For the Salmon Ladder, we're going to use a simpler version of this using the same technique. For this movement, you want to arch your back by pushing your chest forward and your legs back and pulling the bar behind your head to create that arched body. Then you immediately want to do the opposite. Creating that back and forth movement with the body actually allows you to turn the momentum into vertical power. Try doing this move back and forth a couple of times, and then on one of the back swings, try to pop yourself off the bar without doing a pull-up, and simply relying on the momentum gained from this kipping motion. Once you've mastered the kipping motion, it's now time for you to work on holding your L's. You should practice holding this position for as long as you can to get comfortable with staying in that position for extended periods of time. Next, practice the same kipping technique you just learned in the previous step, only make sure you have your L's when you do it this time. What you want to do is you actually want to get enough power to slightly hop off the bar and catch it again without letting your arms go straight. You can practice this technique using all 3 variations of grip, which would be forward, mixed, and backwards. The goal for this move is to be able to explode off the bar as powerfully as you can, so you can try to clap your hands in midair if you want. Congratulations, you're now ready to hop on the Salmon Ladder. Before you jump right into it, always remember, safety first, make sure you have a mat underneath you. Once you get up onto the bar, practice that same motion you were just doing before on the bar, only this time, you don't want to hop off of the bar, you want to keep the bar in your hands. This is the time when you're going to figure out which grip technique you're most comfortable with. There isn't really any beneficial part to each one of them, it's all just your own personal preference. Work on trying to keep your arms at 90 degrees at all times without letting them get straight when you land, and just try to make the slightest movement. Once you've made it to this point, it's only a matter of time before you get your first transition on the Salmon Ladder. When you go for your first transition, you're going to have to bring the bar slightly back and back in because of the way that the rungs are shaped. A lot of people tend to fall during this part, but don't let it discourage you. Before you know it, you'll make it to the next rung. After that, it's all about finding the rhythm to go smoothly up an entire side of the Salmon Ladder. The kipping technique is really important when finding this rhythm. Once you've unlocked this skill, there are so many different things that you can do with it. You can practice going down the Salmon Ladder, you can practice skipping rungs, or even transferring across on the double Salmon Ladder. Thanks for watching this episode of ANW 101, and I'll see you guys next week when we learn how to conquer the warped wall.